ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a...
Gordon's got the ground game. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Chicago Bears. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Quarterback Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears. Former number 2 overall pick out of Carolina. Big improvements in year 2 for Trubisky. Touchdown spiked from 7 to 24. Yards per game went up by almost 50. And, of course, most importantly, the Bears went from 5 wins to 12 and an NFC North title.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
They go play action. Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we roll now on the offensive starters and Chance Warmack.
Absolutely massive man, but he has agility. He can move as well. But his forte is power. If you try to bull rush him, it's going to be a long day for the defender.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Joey Bosa in on the stop. They go play action with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Melvin Gordon, a 2-time Pro Bowler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rivers now. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Okay. 190. Wait, 89.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. It's complete. It's Miller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returning, it's Benjamin. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Raiders are out to an early lead, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Rivers on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Rivers, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Rivers to throw it. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Terrence Williams, his first touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Rivers pass complete to Terrence Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Batchley.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Here's Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. That's complete right side to Gabriel. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here. 3rd and 3. On the screen, Bernard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Rivers. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. Room here to run. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 16 yards, a first down. They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rivers now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Rivers now from the 50. Caught left side, Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. To throw, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw again on second down. Rivers, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Red! Hey, I'm going to go load it. 58, come on. Wait, 89!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey number. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 88 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Man, I got you. Room. Slam. Load it.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. On second down, Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith. Actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky to throw, and that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Gordon. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 13-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. from the gun, Rivers. And he fires one, but incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown.
We got it.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it. Goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Trubisky, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
23 yards, the final tally. Throwing here, Trubisky. This is caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Double dog. That's the way.
Trubisky to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
We got 4.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man.